To speak of Viljandi is to speak of echoes. It is the echo of ancient battles whispered on the wind that sweeps across the ruins of a mighty castle. It is the echo of a folk song, its melody carried over the still, dark waters of Lake Viljandi, uniting thousands in a single, harmonious voice. It is the echo of footsteps on cobblestone streets that have felt the tread of Hanseatic merchants, Baltic German knights, and Estonian intellectuals. Nestled in the gentle hills of southern Estonia, Viljandi is more than just a town. It is a living chronicle, a repository of national spirit, and a testament to the resilience of beauty and culture. This narration will journey through Viljandi's past, explore its vibrant present, and contemplate its promising future, painting a comprehensive portrait of a place where history is not merely remembered, but deeply felt. Viljandi is the capital of Viljandi County, situated approximately 160 kilometers south of Tallinn and 80 kilometers north of the Latvian border. Its geographic position places it at the heart of Estonia's historical and cultural core, an area rich in farmland, forests, and lakes. The town itself is built around and defined by its most prominent natural feature, Lake Viljandi, in Estonian Viljandi Järv. The Sinjas, 4.6 kilometers long and relatively narrow body of water, is the soul of the town. It is not a vast, open expanse, but an intimate, winding ribbon of water that creates a series of picturesque bays and peninsulas. The lake's origins are glacial, a remnant of the last ice age that sculpted much of the Estonian landscape. Its shores are steep and high in places, particularly where the ancient castle stands sentinel, creating a dramatic and romantic topography that is rare in the otherwise flatter parts of the country. The lake freezes over in winter, becoming a pristine expanse for ice skating and fishing, while in summer, its dark, peat-stained waters are dotted with the white sails of boats and the rhythmic strokes of rowers. The town is cradled within the Viljandi upland, a region characterized by its rolling hills and valleys. These elevations, while modest, provide stunning vantage points, most famously from the castle hills overlooking the lake. The landscape is a classic patchwork of the Baltic region. Dense mixed forests of pine, spruce, birch, and aspen give way to open pastures and agricultural fields. This green tapestry is integral to the town's identity. Viljandi is exceptionally verdant, with numerous parks, gardens, and protected areas woven into its urban fabric. Foremost among these is the Viljandi Castle Park, a vast, romantic landscape that incorporates the ruins of the Viljandi Order castle, ancient fortifications, and lush woodland. It is a place for contemplation, leisure, and historical imagination. Winding paths lead visitors past towering ramparts, down into serene valleys, and along the lake's edge. The park is a masterclass in integrating nature and heritage, allowing one to feel the weight of history without the sterility of a museum. The climate of Viljandi is a typical humid continental climate, with distinct seasons that each paint the town in a different palette. Winters are cold and snowy, transforming the castle ruins and the lake into a scene from a fairy tale. Spring brings a burst of life, with the forests and parks erupting in wildflowers and birdsong. Summers are mild and pleasantly warm, ideal for the open-air festival for which the town is famous. Autumn sets the hills ablaze with the gold and crimson of turning leaves, a final, spectacular display before the quiet slumber of winter. This intimate connection with nature is not incidental. It is central to the Estonian concept of lotus lehidus, closeness to nature. In Viljandi, one is never more than a few minutes' walk from a forest path or a lakeside bench. This symbiotic relationship between the built environment and the natural world is a key component of the town's enduring charm and quality of life. The story of Viljandi is one of rise, fall, and rebirth, a microcosm of Estonian history itself. Its strategic location on the hills overlooking an important waterway ensured that it would be a place of power and conflict for centuries. Human habitation in the Viljandi area dates back thousands of years. The first fortified settlement was established on the north bank of Lake Viljandi as early as the 5th century BC. This hillfort, precursor to the later medieval castle, was a center for the ancient Estonian tribe of the Sakala. The Sakala were known as a fierce and independent people, and their stronghold at Viljandi was a key node in the region's trade and defense networks. Archaeological finds from the area, including tools, weapons, and jewelry, attest to a thriving community long before the arrival of Christianity and foreign crusaders. The pivotal moment in Viljandi's early history came in the early 13th century with the Livonian Crusade. The German-led Sword Brethren, and later the Teutonic Order, sought to conquer and Christianize the Baltic lands. In 1224, after a brutal siege, the Crusaders captured the Estonian stronghold. Recognizing its strategic value, they immediately began constructing a stone castle on the site of the former wooden fortification. This castle, known in German as Felling, became one of the most powerful ordnungs in all of Livonia. The 14th and 15th centuries marked the golden age of medieval Felling. As a member of the Hanseatic League, the town flourished. It became a vital link in the trade network connecting Novgorod in the east to Lübeck and Visby in the west. Merchants traded in furs, wax, timber, and cloth, bringing wealth and cosmopolitan influence to the town. The castle was continually expanded and fortified, becoming a massive complex with a formidable Hochmeister, Grand Master's, castle, a large convent building, and extensive outer walls. It was a political and administrative center, the residence of a senior Teutonic Order commander, and a symbol of the Order's power in southern Estonia. During this time, the town's layout centered around a market square, now Town Hall Square, and its main church, St. John's, took its enduring form. The decline of the Teutonic Order and the subsequent Livonian Wars in the 16th century brought devastation to Viljandi. The castle and town were repeatedly besieged, sacked, and changed hands between Russians, Poles, and Swedes. In 1560, the army of Tsar Ivan the Terrible laid siege to the castle, and though the defenders held out, the conflict marked the beginning of the end for Felling's military significance. A pivotal moment came during the Polish-Swedish Wars in the early 17th century. In 1613, the commander of the Polish garrison, fearing he could not hold the castle against the approaching Swedes, made the fateful decision to blow up the fortifications. The resulting explosion reduced much of the mighty complex to the picturesque ruins we see today. With its strategic value destroyed, Viljandi entered a long period of quiet provinciality under Swedish and then, after the Great Northern War, Russian rule. The town was rebuilt, but on a smaller scale, its economy shifting from international trade to local agriculture and crafts. The castle ruins, once a symbol of oppression, became a romantic ruin and a quarry for local building materials. For centuries, Viljandi was a sleepy, predominantly wooden town, its fate tied to the manor houses and German Baltic nobility that still dominated the Estonian countryside. The 19th century saw the rise of the Estonian national awakening, and Viljandi played a significant role. As Estonians began to assert their cultural identity and push for greater rights, the town became a center for Estonian language education, journalism, and societies. The establishment of Estonian language schools and the activities of local intellectuals fostered a strong sense of national pride. This momentum carried into the 20th century. Following the Estonian War of Independence, 1918 to 1920, Viljandi thrived in the newly independent Republic of Estonia. It was a period of cultural and economic flourishing. New public buildings, schools, and businesses were established. The town's park system was developed, and it solidified its reputation as a beautiful and cultured provincial center. This golden era was brutally interrupted by the Second World War and the subsequent Soviet occupation. The Soviet era, 1944 to 1991, brought profound changes. Viljandi was industrialized, with new factories established, leading to an influx of migrant workers from other parts of the Soviet Union. Collective farms replaced private agriculture in the surrounding countryside. The historic town center was neglected, and some architecturally valuable buildings were lost. Yet, even under the weight of Soviet ideology, the Estonian spirit in Viljandi endured. The town's cultural traditions, especially in music, were kept alive, often serving as a subtle form of national resistance. The singing revolution of the late 1980s, which led to the restoration of Estonian independence in 1991, found a powerful resonance in Viljandi. The town's deep connection to folk music and its tradition of mass song celebrations made it a natural heartland for this non-violent movement. Since regaining independence, Viljandi has undergone a remarkable transformation. Its historic center has been lovingly restored, its economy has been diversified, and it has proudly reclaimed its status as a capital of Estonian culture and tourism. If the castle ruins represent Viljandi's bones and the lake its lifeblood, then its vibrant cultural life is its beating heart. Viljandi is, without exaggeration, one of Estonia's most important cultural centers, a reputation built on a foundation of music, tradition, and community. The crown jewel of Viljandi's cultural calendar is the annual Viljandi Folk Music Festival. Held every July, it is the largest event of its kind in the Baltic states, attracting over 20,000 visitors to the town. The festival is far more than a simple concert series. It is a communal celebration that spills out of traditional venues and into the very landscape of the town. Stages are set up in the castle ruins, on the lake shore, in churches, and in parks. The air fills with the sounds of Estonian Regilor, runic song, contemporary folk fusion, and traditional music from around the world. The festival's magic lies in its atmosphere. It is a deeply familial and inclusive event, where world-class performers mingle with amateur enthusiasts and wide-eyed children. As dusk falls and the lights illuminate the castle walls, with the sound of a cannel, Estonian zither, or a haunting vocal melody drifting over the audience, one experiences a profound connection to something ancient and enduring. The festival is a powerful engine of the local economy, but its true value is in its reaffirmation of Estonian identity and its welcoming of the world to share in it. A pillar of Estonian theatrical life, the Jugula Theatre is the oldest continuously operating professional theatre in Estonia, founded in 1920. Housed in a handsome purpose-built structure from 1924, Jugula is a source of immense local pride. Its repertoire is diverse, spanning Estonian classics, contemporary international plays, musicals, and children's theatre. The theatre is not merely a venue for entertainment. It is a crucible for national discourse and artistic innovation. For the people of Viljandi in southern Estonia, a night at Jugula is a cherished ritual, a gathering of the community to experience stories that reflect their own lives and histories. An integral part of Viljandi's cultural ecosystem is the Viljandi Culture Academy, Viljandi Culture Academia, a faculty of the University of Tartu. The Academy is a unique institution of higher education focused on the practical study and preservation of Estonian native culture. It offers degrees in areas such as traditional music, native crafts, blacksmithing, building conservation, and cultural management. The presence of the Academy ensures a constant influx of young, creative people into the town and provides a vital link between academic study and living tradition. Its students and faculty are active participants in the town's cultural life, often performing at festivals and contributing to restoration projects. Viljandi's commitment to its past is evident in its museums. The Viljandi Museum, located in a former pharmacy building on the town hall square, offers a comprehensive overview of the region's history, from archaeology to the Soviet era. The Kondas Center, dedicated to native and outside art, celebrates the work of the renowned Estonian naive artist Paul Kondas and his peers, providing a different, intensely personal perspective on Estonian culture. Beyond formal institutions, heritage preservation is a visible priority. The restoration of the old town has been carried out with sensitivity, preserving the intimate scale and historic character of the streets. Buildings like the St. John's Church, the Town Hall, and the many charming wooden houses that dot the town are maintained with care, ensuring that the physical narrative of Viljandi remains legible for future generations. Underpinning all of Viljandi's cultural expression is the Estonian tradition of song. The town has a strong choral tradition, and its song festival ground is an important local venue. This culture of collective singing, which reached its apotheosis during the singing revolution, remains a powerful social glue. It is common to find impromptu singing breaking out at gatherings, a testament to a culture where music is not just performance, but participation, identity, and soul. To truly know Viljandi, one must walk its streets and trails. Here is a narrative journey through its most iconic landmarks. The Viljandi Castle ruins and Castle Park begin at the heart of it all. Entering the Castle Park from the town center, you ascend a gentle path. Suddenly, the trees are part, and you are confronted with a staggering scale of the fortress ruins. Massive, crumbling walls of limestone and brick rise from the hilltop, their jagged outlines silhouetted against the sky. You can walk through the gate of the outer bailey, stand in the vast courtyard, and peer down from the ramparts of the lake far below. The silence is profound, broken only by the wind and the cries of birds. It requires little imagination to hear the clash of swords, the shouts of soldiers, or the quiet prayers of the knights in the chapel. This is not a sanitized reconstruction. It is a place of raw, evocative history. Lake Viljandi and the shore promenade. Descending from the castle, a path leads to the shore of Lake Viljandi. A well-maintained promenade, the Renahu Mayati, winds its way along the water's edge. On a summer evening, the townspeople are out in force, walking, jogging, pushing strollers. The Love Bench, a local landmark, offers a perfect spot to watch the sunset paint the sky in pastels, reflected in the dark water. In winter, this same path is a silent, snowy wonderland. Boat rentals and a beach provide aquatic recreation in the warmer months. Town Hall Square, Reykjavikplatz, the historic center of civic life. The Town Hall Square is a charming, cobblestone space dominated by the elegant, neoclassical town hall from 1786. The square is surrounded by historic buildings, including the old stone pharmacy that now houses a museum. Cafes with outdoor seating spill onto the square, creating a lively, social atmosphere. It is a place for markets, concerts, and simply watching the world go by. St. John's Church, Viljandi. This Lutheran church, originally built in the 14th century, has been destroyed by fire and rebuilt multiple times, a testament to the town's resilience. Its current appearance is predominantly neo-Gothic from the 19th century. The tall, graceful spire is a key feature of Viljandi's skyline. Inside, it is simple and serene, a place for quiet reflection amidst the bustle of the town. The Old Water Tower. Perched on a hill near the town center, the Old Water Tower is another distinctive landmark. No longer in use for its original purpose, it now offers one of the best panoramic views of Viljandi. From its top, you can see the entire layout of the town, the serpentine curve of the lake, and the green forest stretching to the horizon, a perfect perspective to appreciate the geography that has shaped Viljandi's destiny.